Welcome back to the It Girl Playbook, and welcome back to our It Girl lessons from It Girl series, where we explore the allure of some of the most iconic It Girls and see what it is that makes everyone so obsessed with them. By better understanding what makes them so magnetic, we can be inspired to adopt some of their mindset and values into our lives so that we can level up as well. In today's episode, we will be learning from Miranda Priestly and explore the power of not apologizing for your standards and how that builds respect more than being liked ever would. Miranda Priestly from The Devil Wears Prada is, well, the quote-unquote devil of the story. She is the editor at a prestigious fashion magazine called Runway and is known for both her talent as well as her very intimidating demeanor. She's intimidating, yes, but not because she's loud or dramatic. She's intimidating because she knows exactly who she is, what she wants, and does not make room for any less. There is a scene where Andy shows up late, overwhelmed, and questioning if she belongs in Miranda's world. Miranda, she doesn't yell and she doesn't get emotional, nor does she compromise her standards to make Andy feel more comfortable. She simply reminds Andy, calmly but directly, that there are hundreds of women who would kill for her job, and that opportunity is a privilege, not a pity favor. It's not about fashion, it's about excellence. Miranda, she doesn't chase, she doesn't beg, and she doesn't compromise her standards to make others comfortable. She expects people to rise up to her level or step aside, because that's exactly what leadership looks like. She was the editor-in-chief and is responsible for the quality of the work that gets published on Runway, and so she has every right to set the standards to ensure that the work her company puts out matches a level of quality that succeeds. And the same goes for you in your life. As a leader of your own life, you have every right to want a good life for yourself and therefore have standards that reflect that. Stop apologizing for what you want, expecting better, or refusing to accept the bare minimum. The life you live reflects what you tolerate. Not everyone will like it, but the right ones will respect it. And respect starts with how you honor and respect your own expectations. And here's the thing, when you have standards, some people might label you as difficult or cold or intimidating. And you know what? They might be right to them, but that's okay because that brings us to the next lesson. You don't need to be liked to be respected, because here's the truth. You can be the most likable person in the room and still not be taken seriously. Likability is easy. It's about making people feel comfortable. And so anyone can be quote unquote liked if they are accommodating enough. But respect takes presence, boundaries, and consistency. And that is why respect tends to last. Because when you prioritize being liked, the second you stop giving people what they want, they stop quote unquote liking you. Many of us prioritize being liked because we think that it can help us progress in work, in life, and in relationships. And while that can be true, it's not a guarantee, because you can like someone and not respect them. You only get taken seriously when people actually respect you and what you have to say. And so we need to prioritize the two accordingly, and also understand that these two are mutually different. You cannot like someone and still respect them. People didn't describe Miranda as nice or likable. They quite literally referred to her as the devil. It's literally the title of the movie. But they never disrespected her. They didn't question her choices. They didn't show up late. They valued every word that she said and all the expectations that she had. Miranda doesn't care if people like her. She commands respect, and that lasts longer and holds so much more value than popularity alone. And here's the irony. The less Miranda cared about being liked, the more people scrambled for her approval. Every time she walked into the office, people panicked to look their best, to appear perfect, and to meet her expectations and to rise to her standards. And we see real life examples of this as well. Look at Rihanna. She's kind, but she also will not hesitate to put you in your place if needed. This is so different from so many celebrities who understandably value their public image. But Rihanna, she's bold, she's unfiltered, unfiltered, and she doesn't cater to what people expect a celebrity or a mother to act like. No, she's not rude, but she also isn't trying to be America's sweetheart. And yet the world respects her because she owns who she is. Or let's go back further and take a look at Princess Diana. In so many instances, she broke royal protocol and chose kindness over tradition. And as a result, she was often ridiculed by the monarchy, and yet people respected her more than the crown itself. And so you kind of see this pattern. Sometimes staying true to yourself, staying true to your values, your standards, and boundaries means some people may not like you because, like Miranda, you require them to show up as their best self. Like Rihanna, you are not afraid to put people in their place if needed, or like Princess Diana, you don't care about fitting into what everyone expects you or wants you to, but they will respect you. And you don't have to be cruel or cold or mean to be respected. You just have to stop shrinking yourself for approval, and that means stop people pleasing, stop compromising who you are, your values, your standards, and your boundaries for the sake of keeping the peace or for the sake of likability. Because when you're constantly chasing for approval, you give away your power. Just think about it. Miranda Priestly, she wasn't warm or fuzzy, but her name literally opened doors in fashion. At the end of the movie, Andy got hired at another company, sure, from her own experiences and her own skills, but the person hiring got a recommendation from Miranda herself and respected it way too much to disregard it. That is a power that respect gets you. Being liked might get you invited, but being respected puts you at the head of the table. Miranda Priestly, of course, had her own flaws, and we can see that character development as the movie progresses, but she had certain strengths because of her values and traits that made her so influential, and I think it could be so incredibly helpful to take those strengths and apply it into our lives as well. And so with all of that said, I hope that this episode encourages you to stop apologizing for your standards and to stop chasing approval from others. That's it for today. Thank you for tuning in. Be sure to check out the It Girl newsletter to join the conversation, or if you have suggestions on what we can explore next. I hope to see you in our next episode, and in the meantime, as always, stay hot. Bye!